Today's video, we're gonna tear these engines down. We're gonna check out what the insides look like. This is an old dirty motor that I just washed off. This is an old, less dirty motor that looks great on the inside. So let's see what $300 combined, $150 each. Let's see what that got me. Get that valve cover off. First I gotta take this old Chevy 350 short block off this stand, so I have two stands to use. Tonight's one of those nights where we got a lot of stuff to do and not a great game plan. So if I could explain, that's the aluminum block and that's the iron block. I'm gonna have to find a car wash that's open, load these in the back of the F-250, road trip out there and clean them off. Engines in the back of the truck, almost set down. I have two different flavors of degreaser, and I'm gonna let this thing soak on the way to the pressure washer. Now we're just gonna spray degreaser on everything here. That way by the time I get to the degreaser station, this stuff should slide right off. It's not going to. So I just started using the can of O'Reilly's degreaser, and I was not expecting the ferocity here that this sprays foam. I mean, that's what I'm talking about right there. That O'Reilly's foamy engine degreaser, that's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm looking for. The CRC stuff, maybe it was 2 years old and that could do with it, but did not spray with the same gusto as the O'Reilly's. I also want to take the time to point out that this is the super dirty, supposedly overheated when it ran last, aluminum block L33. So we're gonna see a bit of a transformation. You can see how well the degreaser's already starting to pull this thing apart. But I just wanted to clarify, this isn't the clean motor. So when you see this all spotless, just keep that in mind. All right, I'll say that's better. It's not great, but most of the sludge is off of it. Look at that, wicks. It has begun. The side-by-side comparison of the $150 junkyard motors. Both of these only cost me $150 a piece. The one on the orange stand, that's an iron block 5.3 super clean motor. The engine on the black stand is the aluminum block L33. This one's trashed. I was told it overheated, so I'm expecting when we pull the heads off of it that it's gonna have a bad head gasket. I just got back from the car wash and cleaned this up a bunch. The reason why I did that, you might be asking yourself, why would I clean this motor and not this one? The point is I want to demonstrate how clean this $150 motor is. It didn't need to be cleaned. I could have. Rear main is clean. A little bit of oil over by the filter. A little bit of dirt up here. You look at this engine. I had to degrease it, spray it down, but it's clean now. What I want to do now, and the purpose of this experiment or this video, is to show the difference between this engine, which, you know, I got a lot of people saying that it's trash, throw it out, it's garbage. I don't think it is. I think this is a great motor. As is typical with DIY speed, this manifold hasn't come off yet. You can actually see this has worked on 2 bolts already. This one's not there yet, but it'll get there. We're gonna get there, and it's gonna go away. Oh, I looked right at that weld. Yeah, that'll back right out. What do you think, guys? All right, we got the cameras rolling. Let's see what the hell happens. Hell yeah, brother. That worked great. Look at those booger welds. Did an amazing job. Did a great job. Hell yeah, brother. Done. Dunsky. Woo!
Mango, 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 mango. Let it hail, let it hail, let it hail, let it hail. That's the best part. Mango.
That's a high mileage motor, but it's pretty clean. Look at that, no sludge, nothing in there. Maybe the water that I dumped down the, it's supposed to be an oiling passage. I don't know. Look at all the soot, the dirt inside of it. It ain't got no gas in it. You crack open an old LS, that's what you're supposed to see. Varnish, gunk, grime. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, this side, driver's side's a little cleaner, still varnished up, still gunked up. Let's pull this head off again. Remember, this is an aluminum block L33 that I pressure washed. It was supposed to have overheated. We'll look for signs of that, but dirty, possibly a cracked head. Look how clean it is in this corner. It could be a bad head, who knows? I don't know yet, we're gonna find out. This is the super clean block, FJB, this is what you've been waiting for. Look at the freaking difference. You're gonna tell me that this motor and this motor are even in the same class? No, they are not. Yes, this is just a regular iron block 5.3, 4. I don't even know if it's a 4.8 or a 5.3 yet. We didn't figure that out. I'm guessing with the 706 heads that it's a 5.3. Look at this nasty motor. And this one is the more sought after one. Dudes want the aluminum blocks. They're a little bit lighter. They're cooler. I don't know why people want them, but I have both. And yeah, I'm really excited now. Look at this. Look how nasty this motor is. Score over here. This engine is so clean. Very happy. I might not even pull the heads off of it. We're gonna flip them upside down. We're gonna pull the oil pans off of them, and we're gonna compare those as well. And if we can get our eyes on the cam, maybe we'll pull the valley cover here as well so we get our eyes on the cam, just have a little look-see on it, and see if it's even worth taking the heads off of this thing. We're definitely not reusing the lifters. Look how dirty these push rods are. They don't just fall off, but they do pry off. There we go. Come on, baby. Am I stuck? Oh, I'm stuck on the dowel. No big deal. Alrighty, let's get this head set down and we'll inspect it. I'm just gonna... Yeah, like I said, this is a nasty motor. I mean, the walls don't look so bad. You could probably rotate that with your hand if you try. A little bit of compression on the other side still, but they have an imprint like a cross on them. You see that? I don't see where the head gasket, maybe. Here's your water jacket. I don't see any problems with that. Yeah, it's possible that it's not. All right, let me do you some learning. LS lifter trays, if you rock them, you should be able to lift up with all your lifters. Clearly, this is a wore out tray. And these are sacked out lifters. So I think these, you could pull up on that. And I'd be surprised, yeah, you didn't pull a single lifter with it. Hydraulic roller lifters, there's nothing wrong with it. Aside for being old, it probably could get rebuilt, but we're gonna throw them out. I'm not saving these. I don't see any issues with those. Aside for they're old and crummy. And I know some guy's gonna be yelling, why are you throwing out stock lifters? Those are the best lifters. Clean them up and reuse them. You're right, sure. Yep, you got it, bud. Look at that, look at the amount of varnish on the bottom. This was, yeah, this is nasty. I think I'm gonna stop here and pick up on this later. I have no idea what time it is in the morning, but I guarantee that it's late.